Picture this. You have just saved up enough money to buy your very first fine mechanical watch. And you've made up your mind, it's going to be a Rolex Submariner. And depending on which one you go for, it's either going to set you back $7,500 or $8,500 US dollars, depending on whether or not you go for one that's with or without a date. And if you're a Rolex fan, that's going to be one of the best choices you are ever going to make in your life, because what you're buying is a piece of history that you can pass on to your children, and they can pass it on to your grandchildren. It can outlive you by many years. It will serve you well. However, if you're like me and you like to diversify, if you will, your horological way of expression, then this video is for you. This video is effectively a guide to how you build a free watch collection for the same price as a Rolex Submariner. It's my collection, and therefore you can say you have to take this video with a huge grain of subjectivity, because this is my opinion. And if you disagree, you're welcome to debate me in the comment section or write me a direct message, and I'd love to get back to you. So the first watch I'd like to show you today is the first mechanical watch I ever bought, which is a Seiko SKX 009. Now, what makes the Seiko SKX 009 great is that it is an ISO certified dive watch with a rotating bezel and a day-date function, and it costs $300 US. That's an insanely good value. And what makes it special is that it looks great. It's got one of the greatest watch designs, I think, of any dive watch. And it also looks different. Not that many people have it. And if they do have it in this price bracket, it's because they're enthusiasts. So whenever you see one of these, you know you're dealing with someone who cares about what they're wearing. It's just an overall great watch. I use it for when I do activities that I would normally not want to wear a watch for, because I'd be either afraid of losing it or it getting stolen or it breaking. And an example could be skiing or going on a vacation to a place with high crime rate, where you don't want to wear a Swiss mechanical watch that could get you into trouble. For that purpose, this watch is a great choice. It's I'd argue it's the best tool watch you can buy for money, because it's just such a great deal. The second watch I'd like to show you is the first Swiss mechanical watch I ever bought. It's a Longines Legend Diver. The Legend Diver is based on the super compressor Longines from the 1960s, and it's characterized by an inner rotating bezel, where you rotate the bezel using the top crown, and it's also characterized by being very wearable. Even though it's very large, it wears on the wrist like a much smaller watch, so you can dress it up. You can use it for formal occasions, but you could also dress it down like I have with the NATO strap and use it professionally for diving. It's one of my favorite timepieces, and I think if you want to get into Swiss mechanical watches, this is one of the safest bets, because it's just such a great package at only $2,000. The final watch I'd like to show you is my Grail watch. It's a watch I love more than any other watch in the world. It's the Omega Speedmaster Professional. This is the first watch that went to the moon. It is the greatest chronograph ever made. Because of that fact alone. It's got great racing pedigree with motorsports, and it's very well designed. I might even go as far, and I know I use a lot of heavy-duty superlatives in this video, but I think this is the prettiest watch ever made. It's free subdials and tachymeter scale, and great floaty horns that curve in a way that that other watches don't. They just make it look absolutely timeless. And it's got the same historical pedigree as the Rolex Submariner, if not an even greater historical pedigree, but it costs around half the money because it's set at, or more than half, but it's around $5,000 if you buy it retail. You can. My argument would be that if you want to buy retail, then go into an authorized dealer and let them know that the market isn't what it used to be for Omegas, and you want a discount, they usually give it to you because they know that they don't really shift as many of these as they normally shift Rolexes. So you could do that with it. The same actually goes for the Longines Legend Diver. If you want to buy one of those, I highly recommend that you go in and to try to barter your way out of a better deal than paying the retail price of $2,000 US. And I think that concludes it. These watches in combination, and this is a very conservative estimate based on retail price and what I paid for the Seiko, which was bought used. I'd say that these watches, they cost in combination $7,900 US, which puts it right around the same amount of money you pay for a Rolex Submariner without a date. And I think that's a great bargain. So once again, if you want a collection and you don't just want one watch to do it all, then this is a pretty great way of doing it in my mind. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to hear from you in the comment section or in direct messages or in whatever way you want to get in contact with me and talk about watches. I'm always open to a great dialogue. I hope you have a great day. Thank you very much.